Well, I'm Melvin Ridley.
Celia Ridley.
And I'm Stephen Ridley, and Kevin Ridley's not here. And we farm under the name MW and CM Ridley of Shitlington Hall. We also took Shitlington Farm next door last November, which is where I live with my partner Heather and two kids, Thomas and Olivia. Kev manages another farm up on Otterburn Ranges, Carrick Farm, for Hunter of the Steel, with his partner Armstrong and Hunter, with his partner Diane and daughter Anna, and basically we're just a mixed beef and sheep farm.
We breed mule ewe lambs, we breed for between 500 and 600 every year at the moment. We've just decided to keep quite a few more mule ewes, tough them with a Texel, sell quite a few Texel cross ewe lambs, and Leicester tups. We breed the odd Northumberland blackface tup, and basically have suckler cows, buy some suckler calves in and sell them as forward stores the following autumn.
We try to be as much self-sufficient as we can in terms of breeding stock, so we'll have pure blackface ewes that go to the pure tup, and then the rest obviously get tucked with the Leicester, and then we'll keep our ewe lambs. Some of the mule ewe lambs we'll sell, some of them we'll keep for our own mule flock. We do every now and then have to top up, especially with the black ewe lambs, because we don't run that many pure, so it's a little bit harder to keep the blackie numbers up, but the way things seem to be heading, we're upping the mule ewes more and more. There'll come a point, because we always want to be self-sufficient, we don't want to be relying on buying females in, because it seems to be a costly game. But in terms of the business, that tends to be it. The sucklers would like to have more cows. I think we'll genuinely increase slightly, but there's going to come a point where you need a bit of everything, because in a year like this the calves have been a very dear trade, but some other years they're not so good, so they're easier bought than they are sold. That's predominantly where Davison's feed comes in. We use quite a lot of the Reaver and the TNT. The Reaver especially, I think, is a fabulous product. It's been the big thing for us because it's such a universal feed. You can give it to absolutely anything you've got. We've been teaching yow hogs to eat on it. If you've got some yows you want to get a bit of fettle onto, young calves, older cattle who actually fattened some heifers the other week, they got fattened on it. Winter and tup hogs, they get it through the winter. And then obviously the TNT, just that little bit extra a month before you want something finished, just really seems to be the icing on the cake. And the big thing for us is, I think, the versatility and the fact that sheep aren't cattle. It doesn't matter if somebody makes a mistake or you've got someone in helping and it's in a different bin, you're not going to kill anything. Everything is suitable for everything. So for me, that's one of the best things.
Blueface Leicesters, yeah. Crossing tups we do. We have between 30 and 40 ewes. We flush a few every year for the embryo job. We had quite a successful year last year. We were up to 9,500 at Hawes, which was our best to date. We normally, on a normal year, we'll sell shearlings at Kelso, and we sell tup lambs, Kelso, Hawes and Carlisle. That is the main sales. We sell a few at home, and we sell one or two females as and when. But this year's been difficult. Obviously there's no Kelso. We've had to sort of alter where we sell things. On the whole, they've been good. Tups have been a good trade.
And no shows either for advertising.
And with having no shows, like we go to quite a few shows. We go to Highland and quite a few local shows up to Peebles and things like that, just to try and promote the tups.
I think the Leicesters especially, I think that's the hobby, as it were. I mean, it's obviously part of the business, but I think that's the enjoyment factor. I think farming at times can be a difficult job, but especially come lambing time when you're waiting. I mean, this year there's quite a few ewes gone to Leicester tup, and there's a lot of untried tup lambs. We use between 12 and 14 tup lambs of our own every year. So the excitement to see what they're going to produce instead of just it being a lamb coming out. I think if you don't have that excitement, there's be some dark days. So I think in that sense, it's a brilliant thing to have a passion and an enjoyment that everyone, the whole lot of us, are interested in.
It was Kevin that started that. As a child, he was desperate to show.
Yeah,
Absolutely desperate.
he's
to show
big into
people.
Leicesters, and like I say, that there is a, you know, that's where the excitement comes in, and you've got to have a you've got to have a passion to farm nowadays. So.
Because every mule ewe lamb that's born gets a tag in. We follow everything through. Every ewe's marked to which tup it goes to, and every lamb is tagged so we can follow it through, so that we can see which tup got which ewe lambs. And that's what we do when we sell the Shitlington tups. We can show people how they've bred, which is something we've always done. I sort of started it 25, 30 years ago, and the boys have taken it forward. So,
And they've also done clipping. They had a clipping trailer. There was 3 of them on a clipping trailer. But Kevin's gone into the scanning as well now, sheep scanning, and cattle scanning. So, you know, that's another thing. And Stevie does a bit of wagon driving if it's ever required. There's always somebody shouting for a wagon driver.
With regards to the mule ewe lambs, there's obviously a lot of pressure coming up to that sale at Hexham, the first sale at Hexham. That's probably the main day of the year for us. All of us plus partners are in the shed probably through a week beforehand, titivating on and whatnot. We'll probably take one of the biggest consignments to Hexham at the first sale. There's 200 mule gamma lambs go at the first sale, and there'll be over half of them by homebred tups. This last year especially, we won the run of 100. We donated a trophy in memory of my little brother Stu, who sadly we lost with a brain tumour 5 years ago, and we've been very fortunate to win that run of 100 twice now. We won it this last year, and we got second prize in the show. What a great day overall. There was a lot of compliments about the sheep, and we averaged £134 for the run of 200, which was a real achievement.